Yeah, it's an interesting question because a lot of people are, like see college as that way as a fallback option,
Hmm.
but some may argue that your college years are some of the most productive times of your
Yeah,
life,
yeah,
and being here you may see it as non-risky, but
yeah.
there's also a lot of
It's a
risk.
waste of 4 years in just sitting in
Yeah, there's
college,
also
sitting in
a lot of
classes.
risk
Yeah,
in that
yeah,
sense, and
yeah,
there's also like if you see college as an insurance, like what are you expect like what are you expecting? It's
yeah.
like you don't buy insurance when you think something's gonna go well. You buy insurance because there's a risk of something bad happening. So
Right,
it's like
right.
what does that say about our society in that sense?
Yeah, but also I think I don't look at it only as insurance, and I don't think many students do either. It's also that as you go through college, you discover new things about yourself, right? So part of what everyone is doing, whether they're starting a company, whether they're doing their own project on the side, some people do podcasts for profit, for instance. That's also a career, right? It's a very hard career. It's really, really hard. Uh, Part of all of that is discovering yourself, what you like and what you're good at. That's also what college is about, right? That's really what you're discovering through the college years. It's not like, okay, you go in, wham, bam, you get a degree in 4 years and you're done. You're like, okay, that chapter of my life is closed. No, you learned a lot of things along the way in those 4 years. You made a lot of friends. Maybe you found a spouse and got married later. Whatever, a lot of things happen in life as well, right? Maybe you made friends for life. I still am in contact with people I made friends with in college years, and some of them work in my field, some of them don't, and those are like lifelong friends, right? So there are a lot of these intangibles, like they say in sports, things that you don't really think about when you're thinking about college, but they become the real thing, right? Um, so, for instance, just to explain the intangibles comment a little bit more, when a sports team is evaluating, let's say, a quarterback, right? They're like, oh, the quarterback throws very accurately, the quarterback runs very fast, quarterback is built very well, whatever, like they have a great pedigree. And then they're like, okay, but there are these 10 other quarterbacks with similar characteristics. Why are we getting this guy? And usually the reason is this person is a good team player. They motivate others to do well. In the locker room, they might have a small comment that they say to a struggling teammate that causes that struggling teammate to do better the next time. It's these small intangibles that elevate one player over another, right? They actually talk about this when sports commentators talk about players, whether it's NFL or the Major League Baseball. They actually talk about the intangibles, and so it's these anything has foreground main advantages, and then it has intangible advantages. And sometimes intangible advantages are known, like you're going to make friends in college, obviously. Sometimes the intangible advantages are not known at all. For instance, you guys doing this talk show, it's not everyone does a talk show. Not every student does a talk show, right? So it's a very unique intangible, and it's something that is adding to your skill set and is adding to your experiences, and that will, no matter what you end up doing in your future life, like 10, 20 years from now, will certainly influence everything you do and how you interact with people, right? So it's these intangibles that don't get talked about college as well. So it's an experience, I think.